So, black people, I want to have a heart-to-heart talk about black-on-black violence, and this it was necessitated by what happened over the weekend, last couple of days anyway, at an informal settlement called Merry in the north of Pretoria in Soshanguve, and there were these 5 patrollers in the community who were providing security services, so to speak, because the area is a crime-ridden area. So the community came together and they were paying these patrollers per household 50 rand on a monthly basis to provide a security, safety and security in the area. And clearly, it is my belief and a lot of people's beliefs that what you call the police were not doing such a great job in the area. And I know normally what the police will say, that it is difficult for them to do work in an informal settlement because there isn't any streets, there's no street lights, there's no infrastructure, basically. So policing becomes near impossible in that instance. But I'm not excusing the police in this case. I just want to revert back really to the point of the video, that the brutality in which these people were killed, 5 of them were killed, they were shot at and they were banned. It is crazy how we as black people treat each other. And I know, like, even if this crime was committed by another race towards us as black people, there'll be outrage, and there should be outrage even now, especially when it's a black on black violence. And I'm thinking to myself that whenever what has happened to us as a people, as a community, that you could look somebody that looks like you and you'll have a stone cold heart, not even emotions, to kill somebody in such brutality and get on with your life. And most of the crime in South Africa is committed by a black man. It's an unfortunate thing. Most of the crime is committed against a black man, and that's unfortunate as well. And it's not something that we ought to be proud of. But I just want to ask this question really from the bottom of my heart, that what is it about us that we have almost, I don't want to say embraced this thing of crime being associated with us as black people. But in many matrices, if you look at the statistics, we're always coming out on top when it comes to crime, murder, you name it, sexual violence, and all those things. I'm trying to find out, and I don't think, in my personal opinion, that it is only because of economic difficulties that a lot of black people are unemployed. Therefore, crime, it becomes the most automatic thing for us to do. And I refuse that. I do not believe it. But I think there is something in us, in our community, that is so broken that we've become violent and to such an extreme, like the way these people were killed, and they were killed by other black people. And later on, it turns out that one of the individuals is a foreign national from Zimbabwe as well. But be that as it may, the fact of the matter is that here's a crime that is being committed and people were killed brutally and all of that. And the politicians, they're going to run and go there and express their outrage, and they'll move on from this. But I think it's something very important that we need to look each other in the eyes and say, what is it that about us, and what is it that we need to change about ourselves before we can start talking to other communities, before we can start pointing fingers at other communities, what they're doing wrong towards us. But we need to look on inside. What is it that, why are we doing these type of things to ourselves? You know, killing each other, doing all these things towards each other. And whenever there is any news report with regard to crime and all those things, I always have that sunken feeling that it's probably one of us who did it. You know what I mean? And it's not a good feeling to have that. It's not a good thing to have that. It is not something that gives me, it's such a disappointing thing. I'm lost for words in this case. And I wanted to use the example of this informal settlement in Merry, and how the people were brutalized, how the people were killed by other black people, and all of that. And I'd like to hear from you guys on the comments. What do you guys think? Why is this happening with us, or why are we doing this? And if there's some psychological explanation or a spiritual explanation, or whatever explanation there is out there, I'm all ears. I want to learn. I want to hear from you guys. Black on black violence. Why is it that we living like this as black people in the township, whether it's an informal township, whether it doesn't matter where we are, there's always amongst us the crime that is committed, we commit against each other. It's appalling, it's crazy, it's scary for that matter. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Thanks, bye bye.